All right, coming off of 4-game week last week with a midweek trip up to Louisiana Tech, and I thought we played a good game up there. I thought Summer pitched well. We had that 1 second inning where we gave up 2 runs. I thought Gerry Glasco had a huge 2-run homer. We'd really struggled in the first inning with a changeup, and I thought once she hit the ball hard opposite field, and we made that adjustment. We thought it'd give us some confidence and allow the rest of our hitters to make the adjustment, and we got a good quality road win over a really good team that's leading our conference. Then we come home, had 1 day of practice, and settled in against Coastal Carolina, who's a very quality ball club and won 35 games, I think. And I was tickled with our game Friday night, other than I thought we started well, and then I thought we let up a little bit. And offensively, we had 5 runs, and we should have put the game away. I felt like with the momentum that we had, we should have finished with 8 runs, but we didn't. And then we had that 1 inning where we let up a little bit and let them have a little bit of run at us, and I think they scored 2 runs. I think it was 5-2. And then we come back Saturday. The kids responded well to the post game, got on them a little bit, got after them, talked to them about, finishing the deal and playing a solid game and getting it put away in 5. And they came right out and got 8 runs the first 2 innings. Summer was magnificent. I think she only threw 65 pitches. And then finished up the day on Senior Day on Sunday. With all the things that go into Senior Day, you never know what you're going to get. You have your pregame ceremony, you have your pregame. We made a hype video in a film room for our team only, where the kids got to watch a video of all the seniors. And there's a lot of emotion, and so came out. I thought Allison did a great job. Went right at him, throwing all strikes, first 2 batters, then went 3-2 on the 3-hole, leads their team in home runs, and she hit the 3-2 pitch over the home run, over the left field wall, which really not surprising when you get in that count on that good a hitter. And then she came right back and got the 4-hole, and then we made that little bobble in the second inning that kind of opened the floodgates for trouble, and I was disappointed because I thought Allison pitched well enough to get out of there we could have got her out, I thought, with 1 run, and instead we kind of made some bobbles and miscues around her, and had to bring her out with a 2-0 deficit and runners on second, third. Tough spot to put in Summer, but Summer came in, got, I believe, a pop out and a strikeout, and no, she's got a ground ball and a strikeout, and that was really good for Summer, I thought, to be in that situation. I think that it was a good moment for her and tested her mettle a little bit going into postseason. And then I thought it was a good spot for our team to go into the bottom of the second, 2-0 down. We came right back, got 1 run, got a run to throw down on a fly ball to the left field. I thought the left fielder made a great play, a great throw, and so all of a sudden we're 2 out, 2-1, and Courtney Grimion, who we've got in the 9-hole, I believe, hitting, and she got the 2-out RBI and made it 2-2. So I thought that was really good for our team. And then we kind of laid there at 2-2, 2-2, and went all the way till the 7th inning. And at least it's not my duck call, right? And so we got to the 7th inning and our 6th inning and got the winning run and won 3-2. And I thought it was a really hard game, an emotional game on Senior Day. There were times in the game where I was really questioning myself and whether I was using good judgment to have, made some. I wanted Kara and Lexi and Keely all up the top of the order, and that's a lot of emotion when you start changing your lineup around. But it was a way to honor the seniors, and I felt comfortable with our ball club doing that. And while it was 2-2 in the 4th and 5th, I'm wondering if I made the right move. But then when they won and got the win for us, and then I felt much better about it. Yeah, for me it was a combination of the team and Senior Day, and then personal stuff. With me as a father and Jerry Ann, and I was having flashbacks that whole game to Jerry Ann's Senior Day, and I was actually like feeling to talk to me like, yeah, this is the right thing to do, Daddy, it's okay, we're going to win. And I hadn't had that ever happen. And the whole game I was hearing her voice and reassuring me that, doing the right thing was the right thing. And so it was a tough day for me personally, and I'm sure it was a tough day for all of our players in our ball club. Allison Deville is a very special individual, and what she brings is her work habit, the love that she has for the team, the concern that she has for the team, the concern that she has for the program, the concern that she has for her teammates, and then most of all her work habit. Her work habits, it's unusual, and one of the hardest working, most enthusiastic practice players that I've saw in 11 years of college coaching. Right up there on in your top 10 list of the hardest working college kids. And that's what, if you're a fan, you may not understand. But for me as a coach, I felt like it's a message I had to send to my ball club that not that they don't know it, they already know it. It's important that they know that I respect and honor a player that gives everything she has and competes as hard as she can to be as good as she can be. And even though it may not be the one that's going to be the All-American. And so I wanted my ball club to know that I respect and greatly appreciate Allison and her work habit and tenacity and commitment to our program and our team. And the way to do that is to put her out there on senior day and let her have a moment where we all can clap for her and honor her. And she's been doing a great job in relief. I questioned whether, I was questioning whether I put her in the right spot by starting her, because I definitely didn't have her prepared for the starter role. So it wasn't up to her. That was on me, to put her out there as a starter in an unfamiliar position. But the fact of who she is and what she stands for and how great a person and student athlete she is, and, the kid's going to represent University of Louisiana Ragin Cajuns for the next 40 years in the business world, I hope, with great, she's gonna bring great pride to our program and our university throughout her lifetime just because of who she is and what she is.
What does this winning streak really mean to your group of ladies? And is your goal to really finish from the conference tournament, go to the regional?
Yeah, the last time I said we should win out. We need to win out. We lost like the next day, and I kicked myself for saying it. And you look back, we've won whatever it is, 28 of 29 now, or 30 of, I think it's actually bigger than that, like 31 to 32. And that one game was when I opened my mouth. So I'm a little hesitant to say anything, but I just say this: we just need to play every single game, one game at a time, at 100% of our ability. If that's our goal and we come close to playing 100% of our ability, we will win out. And so we're competing against ourselves. We just got to bring our best every day, and luckily our best is good enough in the games that we have left on our regular schedule. So we don't need luck. We don't need a break. We just need to be our very best. But we have to do that one game at a time and one out at a time, one inning at a time. So we're learning, I think, together, both the team and I. Yeah, I've tried to lock it in the last 2 weeks, and I went away Sunday on senior day, and that's the beauty of doing that. When you do that, you don't, our kids are used to batting everywhere in the lineup, and nothing really surprises anyone. So if we have an injury, we can adjust without, with minimal trauma. But yeah, the lineup, I like the lineup we had last weekend, and then Saturday and Sunday. I like putting all the lefties in an order, in a row. It presents a defense with a lot of challenges. The only thing I've been staggering the last 6-7 games consistent, that 2-hole, because I think whoever's behind Keeley, they got a big burden there. Because they're having to take 2 or 3 pitches, and you're asking them to go deep in the count. And I don't like leaving one player there. Like I had Dalton there for 2 or 3 games. And then I put Raina there for a couple games because it kind of takes away their aggressiveness, and I don't want to leave them there. I don't want to leave them there during the regular season too long, because I want them to be aggressive on the first fastball. But when you're behind Keeley, you can't hit the first fastball. You want to take 3 or 4 pitches. and give her a chance to get around the bases on her own. So that's the only thing I've really been moving. I feel like the last 6 games up until senior day.
How much, in your opinion, do you think fans, media, or whomever overstate maybe Summer needing rest, and how much do you think she can just go, and really need no rest at all?
Well, I don't really care or think about what the fans say, but what the numbers say, the statistics say, that's what I'm looking at, and what her radar gun speeds are, and as long as she's throwing hard, as long as her control's good, as long as I see improvement, I don't see any signs of fatigue when you look at her statistics. I don't see any signs of fatigue when you look at the radar gun. And I see great improvement. I see tremendous improvement in her command of games now. I think she totally understands what we're talking about when we say pitch economically, pitch to contact. She understands now we can go out and strike out 12, and if we throw 120 pitches, big deal. We don't care. But she also understands on Friday night if we say, hey, let's keep this game under 100 pitches, you can get 8 or 10 strikeouts, that's fine. But let's get out of here with as few pitches as we can because we got Saturday and Sunday. Now she knows not just what we're saying, she understands how to do it. And then you look at yesterday, I think this weekend she was 95 pitches, 65 pitches, and then 50 pitches. 5 and 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 50 pitches yesterday. That's pretty incredible. And that's a team that saw her 3 days in a row. So, I think that summer's what we got. And my challenge as a coach, I want to have her prepared for what we're walking into. And when we get through the regional, when we look back, whether we win or lose, I want to know that we did everything we could to have it prepared and had our team prepared to take advantage of the regional and win the regional. I think we're doing a great job getting her ready. I think she's doing a great job for us getting herself ready, and they're keeping us in a position to get a good path through the NCAA tournament, which is the most critical thing of all. So, the fans, we're lucky we have fans. We're lucky that they have interest in our program. We're lucky they have interest in our team. And that's what a fan, that's what's great about a fan. They can criticize or they can praise, they can critique. That's their job and that's what they do. But as far as, I don't really pay attention to that too much.
In terms of ULM, obviously they're not having their best season. When you just evaluate the intensity of this rivalry, what do you expect from them? Obviously, going against the NCAA rival.
Say,
ULM obviously they're not having their best season, but
yeah, I remember last year they were a really feisty ball club, and I know that I haven't saw them this year, but the old coach they had, they played feisty, they played hard, they were tough, and then it's senior weekend, so we're going to get into that again where, you got to expect them to come out with a lot of emotion and assume it's going to be positive emotion, and I think they're going to be a dangerous team in the last week in the year on a home game at their field, and they're going to want to win on senior day for their seniors. So I think that's good. The other thing, we've got a really short week to prepare. We took today off. We got to let everybody rest their arms, rest their elbows. We're extremely healthy. Grimion's extremely, I couldn't believe how well she was able to move yesterday, and that was kind of a scary deal. The little, the bruised knee. There wasn't a torn meniscus. I read a little bit on the internet. Torn meniscus, torn ACL. No, it was just she just got banged up a little bit and jammed her knee and bruised it, I think, and but definitely no torn meniscus. I expect her to be 100% this weekend.
Coach, talk about Allison Deville being one of those players that, she doesn't get an opportunity to really pitch a lot, but she stays in it, she kind of keeps everybody going. Is there any position players that maybe don't get to play a lot that really push the other players in practice that you've seen over the course of the year?
No, I think the combination of being a senior and her was a key factor there. We're running out of time. We've got some really good underclassmen just pushing hard, and there may come a time late in their career when I feel the same way. But right now that we're pretty well got the players that we're wanting to go. The only position right now that I'm still trying to figure out is second base. I looked really hard at Keeley there. I tried to put Keeley there for 15, 20 games in a row to get her comfortable, and I just didn't feel comfortable. I don't feel like it. I feel like she hits better when she's in the outfield. I think if you look when she's in right field versus when she's at second base, her batting average is a lot more effective. offensively, and so I'm going to put her back out in right field, and I'm really trying to get Shomo comfortable there at second, and that's a position that we're still looking at. JoJo Rito is definitely in the mix right there. She's given us great effort in practice, so we might see her out there a little bit, but that's the only position right now that I'm looking at. And as far as there's no other thing that outweighs winning right now. It's just going to be putting a team out there that I feel gives us the best chance to win.
I didn't mean, in terms of getting an opportunity to go out there and play. I was just talking about girls that have maybe been pushing the starters in practice, not to play, but just girls that have been working really, really hard that really don't get a lot of publicity.
Yeah, well, definitely JoJo Rito. She's a great teammate, and every day in practice gives me 100%. I'm thrilled with her effort this year, and she's kind of taken back. Her and Ariel Mass were key players last year,